Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to make a small box project that looks like a lighthouse or a chess piece, like the Rooke chess piece. And I wanted to do it out of segmented rings so it would look like bricks. Here I tried something different. Instead of doing all the rings separately, I did them in a stave fashion, and now I'm cutting the rings on my saw. Saves me some time of having to do all the rings separately. Now here I've glued a piece of walnut, which is going to be the base of the box, onto a waste block, and I am just creating the mortise in the bottom here. I did get a bowl gouge, so I'm using a bowl gouge these days more, hoping to get those cleaner cuts on the edges for less sanding. The carbide tools work great, but they do leave a fair bit of tear out. It's very hard to get a very clean cut. Here I'm using my skew to smooth out the bottom. I don't have a negative rake scraper, and plus use the skew to put an angle in that mortise rim to hang onto the jaws better. Here I'm sanding and seal up the bottom before I flip it around. Now here I'm using my homemade parting tool made from a saw blade, carbide saw blade. Still has a tip on it. For taking the waste block off that I used to clamp it in the jaws. Now I'm smoothing off the base where the first ring will go, rounding out the edges a bit for that shape I'm looking for on the bottom. Here gluing the first ring on. When you glue these rings on, you have to leave them for about 15 minutes and you can start shaping. Gives it enough time for the glue to adhere. And here I'm at the second ring. I'm shaping it down. As I said, this cedar was very dry and very punky. It was very hard to get a good cut on it. A lot of tear out. And sadly, it didn't look like bricks because you can't see where the joints are due to the grain of the cedar. I'll have to use a different kind of wood on the next one. You can see there's quite a bit of tear out. There's a bit of sanding to do. I do seal things up as I'm going. As you can see, those bottom rings are sealed. I have the third ring on here now. And I put lots of sealer on to get it sealed up, let it soak in. Especially with dry, punky wood like this. But unfortunately, I wanted to put a fourth ring on, but with the shape going up and getting thinner and thinner, it was too thin to put a fourth ring on. So this box will have 3 rings. Not quite as tall as I was hoping to get it. Make sure when you do your segments that your rings are cut thick enough that when you start to remove the wood and take out the center, that you have enough to add that last ring. If you watch here, when I get around to the hollowing out and when it's finished, I did cut out the spots where I got my big head in the way, but it's fairly thick there. But once I shape this down, you can see there's not much to work with. Now final sand and shine, and the bottom part of the box is complete. And of course, it's on to making the top. And here I'm marking it out for the tenon. Again, I glued a piece of walnut to a waist block. And that was in the chuck. Run off the edges. And form the tenon. One thing you won't see in the video here is the tenon. I get it shaped and so it fits and everything. And then I did a check and I flipped it around. It was too small for jaws of my chuck, this set of jaws. So then I had to, but also too big for my smaller set of jaws. So I had to create a mortise, and you'll see those in the final shots. But I did create a mortise so I could switch chuck jaws and mount it in reverse. Here I'm just shaping up the side. I want it to taper like a castle or a lighthouse does at the top. Kind of tapers up and then it has a flare where the top piece is. Another thing I did not do with this is once I got the top ring on, of course I could have cut it to make it look like a castle by putting divots in the top ring, and I chose not to. I thought it looked good the way it was, and also I didn't want it to look like an ashtray on top, and I fear that's what would have happened. But it's all up to the designer in the eyes of the beholder, I guess. Doing all of this is a form of artwork. If somebody wanted me to put the spaces in the top, it could easily be done with the bandsaw, but then a little more sanding, sealing up those things. Here's my homemade parting tool again. Just taking that waist block off now that I flipped it around. If you notice on my chuck there, you can see the jaws are different. I put the smaller, second largest set of jaws on. I'm just smoothing off the top to add the top ring. A little different view here, a different angle. So you can see me working on the side a little better. With that waist block at the back there, or block for holding it, just to help give it some support. Would make it difficult to see from the other camera angle. And here again, just shaping the outer side of the top ring in the walnut, so it's all smooth. It's together. Now here I see a crack in my walnut, so a little bit of walnut shavings, some CA glue, an activator, and a little more smoothing and shaping. As you can see, that cedar is quite punky and it's hard to get a good cut. I've tried numerous tools in different ways. I do not have a negative rate scraper of any kind, so use my spindle gouges and my hole gouge, drag cuts. Now we flip it around and hollow out the top. The walls are thinner and it's nice and round and smooth on the inside. This way too with the box, it actually has a little dish on top for keeping things, or maybe you might want to set a candle in there. You definitely don't want to be using it for ashtray. I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. A little design in the top, so you look in, you see the rings, sanded up. And there it is. Finished design, little shop shot. And here are the glamour shots outside. Again, I don't have an Etsy store or anything, and if you're interested in making a purchase of any of the things you see in my videos, or you want me to maybe make something for you, you have a design in mind, you can contact me at that email address that's on the screen, oldguywoodworks@hotmail.com, and we'll chat. I'll leave you with the glamour shots that are coming. And thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. It will help my channel immensely. I'm so glad that you've taken the time to watch. Bye for now.